Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your February astrology. And it's a really important month. There is so much going on this month that could transform not only our lives, but the external world. We have a stellium. We have 5 planets in Aquarius. So put it this way, the vibe is all about freedom, personal freedom, freedom in the world. It's a very humanitarian vibe. It's a visionary vibe. And also it's brilliant for manifesting the future in a real way, in a magical way, in all ways. Now, the challenge of this month, which has been talked about for a long time about astrologers, how important this is the Saturn-Uranus square. Saturn is about restriction, control, limitation to a certain extent. And we have Uranus, who is about freedom, is about the unexpected, is about revolution, is about change. So, in many ways, we've been witnessing this a lot. So let's talk about, I know a lot of people say, well, don't talk politics. I will say the world is going through a transition. This is a reality that we all have to face. But if you want me to focus on you, put it this way. The structures and the resistance that we've put up in our own life are going to clash with this new sense of revolution, of thoughts about what we really need, maybe a genius idea, maybe some surprise that helps us transform and free ourselves. But ultimately, we have the choice in the world and within ourselves. Do we choose freedom, or do we choose to remain in the structures that confine us? I know it's intense. I told you it was intense. The good news is other lovely things that are happening this month is Venus goes into lovely old Pisces. Hopefully there'll be a lot of empathy around to help us on our way to make these decisions. And yeah, the Pisces vibe is coming in at the end of the month. But you know what? Let's make the most of this Aquarius energy. Believe in manifestation and that you can transform your future. Do some work around manifesting, and be a visionary for yourself and the world. Why not? Here's your monthly astrology. Hey, gorgeous Pisces, are you ready for a month of magic and potential? You might feel that you've got no boundaries this month, but you are living in a magical land where you'll have strange coincidences. Your insights, your intuition, and your wisdom is so strong. Secrets may be revealed. Something you didn't know, something that was hidden comes to the surface. But all of these things are happening for you to come into your power as the magician that you are. To know that it is your intuition, it is your sensitivity, it is your empathy that will deliver you forward. And you've got to start to trust it on a brand new level. Venus, the planet of love, is going there, making you feel very deep, sentimental, romantic, and intense when it comes to all things love and abundance. It also gives you powers to draw abundance to you through using your intuition. We also have Venus joining forces with Saturn, so it grounds you. Sometimes you can go off, on a kind of fairy tale little trip in your mind and not pay attention to the reality. You've got to see all the signs that your intuition is showing you, and then there are great leaps forward. This is important not just for this month, but for the year. This is your strong point. This is your possibility. This is the skills that you've got to transform things. Now, the new moon is going to bring a peak of that energy. The new moon in Aquarius is saying to you, right, what do you need to let go of? What fantasies, illusions, and denials, and maybe even addictions do you need to let go of so that you can step through to be the fairy queen, the fairy king, the fairy they who is living a magical life in a seemingly normal world? And you know what? You are the sign that knows life isn't just normal, that there are strange coincidences and wonderful emotional experiences that go far deeper than our current reality. You have magic within your soul, and the new moon is saying ditch the crap, ditch the fear, ditch the fantasy and illusion, and step into that power so that you can create your reality through being who you truly are, expressing your unique soul. And on that new moon, we also have Venus and Jupiter joining forces. So There's such a positive vibe. You will know the way forward. You'll know it instinctively. You'll know it within your being. So what is the challenge of this month? Well, the challenge of this month is a challenge we're going to have all year, actually, but it's a challenge that brings us opportunity. We're being challenged, and if we face the challenge, then we are totally liberated and given a great big gift. So what's going on? Well, you can see it in the world. A perfect description of what's going on happened this week when the Reddit investors plunged their money into GameStop and AMC, which really screwed up the hedge funders, and the stock market was going all over the place. And this is just so clear with the change that we're going through, thanks to Saturn being in Aquarius. And this square with Uranus created all of this kind of unpredictability where people came together to create a positive change. Now, hedge funds and billionaires have made so much money out of misery for years by shorting the system. So that's why loads of millionaires have increased their wealth by 1,000-fold in this pandemic, where ordinary people have suffered. And all of that is changing. We're in the now age of Aquarius, where it's going to be more humanitarian. There cannot be that sort of people making money off other people's misery and controlling wealth in the way that's done. I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's going to become totally socialist. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about the fact that we all want better for the world, and we can all get together and make changes, shocking changes. And we're going to see more and more of that happening. So how does that impact you? Well, that's going on in our own lives. There are mini revolutions going on inside us. And for you, it's about you trusting your magic, and your intuition, versus that voice inside you, perhaps, or ideas that you feel aren't going to happen. Or it could be that you have an idea that changes everything. But whatever it is, the way you communicate to yourself, the way that you think, a conversation with someone or some news, we're all going through a revolution. And the point of that revolution is to give us real security, to give us real roots, and bring about profound changes, positive ones. So trust your magic. Now, as we get to February the 18th, we go into Pisces season. So you're feeling more confident, you're glowing with potential and possibility, and then Venus is entering your sign on the 25th, which draws not only love, but abundance towards you. So this is a really interesting month. And of course, we end the month with a full moon in your opposite sign of Virgo, which is all about your relationships, your one-to-one relationships with other people. So expect a big sign, symbol, or experience concerning that. I cannot stress how important this time is. Do go on horoscope.co.uk to check out the written for your month, and I would really look into my chart if I were you. These are extraordinary times. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon.
My name's Pam. I work as a clairvoyant and a medium. I'm aware of the messages around me. I also hear little things. I'm also clairsentient, so I often feel how people are feeling. Having a reading is about, as well as you want the predictions, but you need a feeling of being understood, because reading should be empowering. A wonderful experience working on the telephone, whether it be 10 minutes or an hour. I'm working in a place where I am comfortable. Also, it's more challenging. I don't know the person, I can't see the person, so the information that the client is getting is pure from the universal energies or from the cards. I'm just working with the truth and trying to deliver that in a way that is very helpful as guidance and to empower you. The reading for me is not about me. I'm not in it. It's about you.